Alright, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's like 4:45, just leaving the gym. It was push day today. I went without Toby because he was sore, and I also couldn't go this morning at 9:30 when we would have gone because we picked up my grandpa from the airport today, and getting this move in motion now. And everyone's like, "Oh, have you packed your bags yet?" And I'm like, "Not yet, because I'm just taking the stuff that I'm using, like currently using. So if I pack it right now, then I can't use it. So I have to wait until we're getting ready to go to pack it, because once I pack it, I can't use it, and I'm only packing what I'm using." And I think that's such a cool idea that I was watching some videos like recently, like within the last month, of digital nomads, and I've talked about them before on this channel, like people who work remotely from wherever they want in the world. They just work off of their laptop and they just travel around, and they live out of their suitcases and backpacks, and like one suitcase and one backpack, and that's everything that they own. And like, just thinking about that, it seems like so peaceful, like so blissful, not to have to worry about things, because I come from a house where we have everything. Like, there is stuff everywhere. Anything you can think of, we probably have at least one. So just the idea of not having things is kind of fascinating for me. And it's kind of cool because, like, people who grow up a certain way, like how I grew up with all this stuff, and just like the things that's foreign to them, that they didn't grow up with, always interests them a lot. Like, and I'm just speaking from personal experience of what I say and what I've noticed. And like, for example, I have a friend whose dad is a doctor, and they live in a nice house. They've always had a gardener that comes and mow their lawn like once a week or whatever. And there was a time when, because I always was the one who mowed the lawn at my house, and there was a time when we were talking and he's like, "Yeah, I wish my parents would let me mow the lawn." And I'm like, "What do you mean? Mowing the lawn isn't like fun or anything. Like, it's not something that you wish you could do." And he's like, but he just thought it would be cool because he had never done it before. And it's like, that idea of just living out of a suitcase and a backpack seems so cool. We'll see how it goes. The only thing is that we won't be traveling, like, from what I know, I won't be traveling a lot. But at the same time, like, I don't know, because people say, "Oh, get a job doing what you like to do," and I like traveling, but to get a job traveling, because then, like, the whole fun in traveling is to, like, go and see different things and experience different places, and the food and, like, the culture and just, like, the differences, to go experience it. And that's one thing that, what it seems like from people who travel for work, like, I know when just people that I know that travel for work, when they go somewhere on a work trip, they don't experience the place that they go to. Like, I mean, maybe once in a while, like, sometimes my dad will have business meetings, and like one time he went to San Diego, and they actually did go and experience it. Like, they went kayaking in the ocean, and that was really cool. But most of the time he goes, like, his last trip, he went to Portland, I think, and he just flew there, went to the hotel because he got in late, and then woke up, went to the meeting, and then went straight to the airport and came back. Like, you don't get to experience things, and that's how most jobs are when you travel. So, I mean, I don't know. It's interesting to think about. But while I was at the gym, I finished listening to that Jay Shetty podcast with Russ, the interview with Russ, who's a rapper. And I mean, he seems pretty cool. I've heard a couple of his songs, and I need to listen to a couple more that they were talking about on the interview, which seemed really cool. I think one was called I don't know. I forget. One was called Fraud, and then one was like, I don't know. But they seem pretty cool. I need to listen to. And then I listened to the Hamza Full Money Making Guide, his most recent guide. That's like 4 hours long. And I mean, it was kind of cool. And it was kind of like, he says things that you already know, but in a entertaining way. Like he was talking about all the red pill YouTubers and all these alpha male YouTubers that all these people watch, including me, like Andrew Tate and Alex Hormozy and E-Man Godzi, or whatever his last name is, and how they all talk about like all these different business models that you need to try. This is a must try. You need to try this, you need to try that. And then people just try all these different things and end up switching things all the time, and they don't focus on one thing, so they can't get good at one thing. And then their lifestyle that they show to all these young men of getting money and getting cars and getting watches and houses and all this stuff is like, it's trapping them in the matrix that they say that they're freeing them from, because then they're a slave to the money until they make enough money to get the car or to get the house or to get the watch. And I mean, that was kind of a different perspective that, I mean, I've kind of thought about before, but I never really like pondered on. And he was talking about how like the money won't make you happy if you focus on money, but if you don't like chase the money and you just do something that genuinely contributes to someone, some group of people that you actually want to help, if it's a big enough group and if you solve the problem good enough, then the money will come. And that's what I've been saying. That's the tough part, is finding a solution. Well, first is finding a problem. There's a lot of problems, but to find one that's worth solving and that's profitable, that's kind of difficult. And then finding the solution, and then finding people to work with you on the solution, because it's like impossible to do anything on your own now, because there's so many things in the system to hold the individual person back. But when you, like, I've talked about this before, like the army with 100 men with 100 swords can conquer so many things, but the one guy with one sword is like nothing. So, I mean, it's just interesting things to think about. And so that's what we're on now. That's what the plan is. Find a problem, find a solution, and then find people to do it. And I was thinking, like, it's weird because at this point right now, I think I want to move to Florida. I've never even been to Florida. But just from what I've heard, what the people seem like, how the videos are that I've watched of Florida, what they talk about, how the weather is, just like everything to do there, the whole environment seems amazing. But then if I show up there to try to solve a problem for people that I don't even know if they're even there, so do I start solving the problem now for people that are here and try to take it over there, or do I go over there and then find a problem that those people have? Because people differ by state. It's actually surprising. Like, even just here in Idaho, when we cross over into Washington, it's a whole different type of people. Like, you can definitely tell, even just by the driving, like how people drive in Washington compared to Idaho, it's complete difference. And like, that also has stuff to do that there's more older people here in Idaho than Washington. But you get what I'm saying. It's just different people in different states. Just something to think about that I'm thinking about. But if you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe and share the video with a friend. Join the Discord. That's the link in the description. It's an online brotherhood where we just help each other, improve each other's lives. And I'll see you in the next one.